Hello, it's Claire from Angelic Scallywags. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something, I know I say this every single video, I'm doing something a bit different today. I have kind of been wondering where my art's going to go over the next kind of few years. Did I just want to keep producing very similar pictures and very, I seem to have a very particular style and my art doesn't really veer from that style. And I'm all right with that, but I think I'd like to push myself a little bit. Now, my eldest daughter is in art university. I'm so jealous. So I'm kind of living vicariously through her at the moment. She's just about to go into her final year and she's doing so well. And then I've got my youngest daughter who is wanting to go to the same university and is doing all sorts of creative diplomas at the moment. So I kind of am surrounded by all these artists who are really developing their art, and you can see them getting better and better and developing their own style and just going places rather than sort of sitting still. So I think that that's what I've been doing, is just sort of doing what I do. So although I haven't been putting art up on my shop or doing really any art videos, I have actually been creating some art. But again, it's very Claire-like. So a lot of them you haven't seen. So that was a Christmas one. I might bring that out next Christmas. I haven't decided yet. And then I think you saw that one on one of my videos. This is one of my favourite ones I've ever done, fireflies. And I've also done sleeping whales. Oh, I think that's lovely, whales sleeping upside down. And I have begun, I don't know if you can see that at all, begun an otter one. But they're all very similar. And as I say, I'm all right with that, but I have decided that I'd like to do some art a bit like Rebecca or Lily do, which is sort of working on a project from start to finish and developing that project and looking at other artists. So being a bit more intentional with my art and kind of, I don't want to say giving myself an art qualification, because I'm not going to study for an art qualification. I've got enough to do at the moment. However, I think I would like to teach myself, because I'm the one that's taught Lily. I taught her level 2s and level 3s, and I'm teaching Rebecca level 1s at the moment, and she's about to go into her level 2s next year. So I have a really clear idea of how art universities and also sort of A-level art and GCSE art, how they are created from development of a project. So I am going to do that. So this might be a bit kind of a long-winded video, I'm not really sure, and I'm not sure if it will be that interesting, but it is going to be very Claire-centered and very me kind of having a bit of fun with my art and not thinking about, will this product sell? I don't want to think of it as a product, actually. I just want to think of it as an exploration. So over the last few days, I've been sort of jotting down notes of what I want to do. I looked up kind of the art A-level syllabus specification, and I've kind of taken my inspiration from the specification. So they give you like a word, and then you explore that word and you create an end product, but you go through all these steps, which is what I'm hoping to do. So I have chosen the word unexpected. And so I have been kind of thinking about where I want to go with unexpected. How am I going to explore unexpected? So I'm going to show you a bit of what I've done. So first of all, I went online and I jotted down like all the different words that might mean unexpected. So different ways of looking at things, and some of them are just not interesting at all. Abrupt, accidental, amazing, astonishment. I don't like, really, that doesn't inspire me at all. But things like thought-provoking, enigmatic, juxtaposition, curiosity, absurd, unconventional, unorthodox, playfulness. So this is kind of where I started with this. Then I started looking up kind of art that was unexpected. So surrealism sort of comes to mind, and surrealism is one of the few art techniques and art movements that I've never taken my girls through before. So I thought that was really interesting to go and have a look online and sort of pick out some work that was really unusual and unexpected. So I'll start with this one, which is René Magritte, 1933, Unexpected Answer. Then I've got A Raining Men, and that's René Magritte as well. And then The Unzipping Face, which is called Rebirth. That's from Rashid Salah, or Selah. I might have said that name wrong. But I really like this idea that, you know, you can unzip yourself and inside is something completely different. JN, Rethink Plastic. So do you know the statue of the thinker sitting there like this? It's made in that. So kind of reminiscent of that. And this plastic bottle that he's obviously sort of softened with heat and then kind of created something. I thought that was very unexpected, so I like that, so I photocopied that. And then the last one is Chris Jordan. And would you believe that this is made out of thousands and thousands of plastic bottles? That's incredible. And so this is called Blue, and 2015. So he does art made out of recycled materials and gives them a new purpose. But it's also very, his art is very sort of activist towards saving the world. And I'm really interested in activism with art because that's really what Lily considers herself, an activist. And so all of her exhibitions that she does is always something to do with mental health or something to do with chronic illness or prison. Her dissertation next year is going to be on art therapy as a therapy for people in prison who are psychopaths, which will be very, very interesting. So as well as doing the surrealism research, I've also used 2 children's books. And the reason for that is I think that that's the direction I'd like my project to go in, so that the final product that I create is an illustrated children's book. So the 2 books I've chosen, I used to read to my children over and over again. I practically know them off by heart. And the first is The Baby Who Wouldn't Go to Bed by Helen Cooper. Helen Cooper wrote Pumpkin Soup and Pipkin of Pepper and The Bear That Lives Under the Stairs. So she's very well known, and all of her illustrations are quite muted and soft and very inviting. I really, really love her illustrations. And so I've chosen this one mainly, you can see the titles of the other pages, they're still quite muted. I've chosen this book mainly for its colour palette because I just think it's just a really, really gorgeous colours. Everything, even the different colours within the car, is just, I love them all. So I will be using this for like a springboard for the colour, and also I like her illustrations because they're very soft and all the colours sort of go together. And if you look on any page, the colours are brought from one page to another. So even though they depict very different things, you can see the toothbrushes is the exact colour of the floor here. And then the reds are reflected in the cars. And then there's this lovely orangey, creamy sun colour, like the sun going down kind of colour throughout the whole book. And I really love the colours. So it's going to be, I'm going to try out this colour palette for my own book. The second book is The Very Busy Day by Diana Hendry and Jane Chapman. They also wrote the very Snowy Christmas, I think, which I've got coming in the post because I thought it would be interesting, as I've got lots of Helen Cooper books already. I only have this one by Hendry and Chapman. So the reason I like this one isn't really necessarily because of the illustrations, it's more the imagination that's gone into the illustrations. So let's just go here. So you can see basically what they've done is it's a story of two little mice, I think a mummy mouse and a little mouse, or big mouse and little mouse, and going about their day. And as you read through the book, you can see that they have created their whole home and their whole life using rubbish or offcasts from the main house. So here you've got a plug, which is a swing, you've got a laundry line here made from paper clips for pegs and a pencil. There's a little scarecrow up here, and over here you can see they've made a wheelbarrow out of 2 pegs, a cotton reel and pieces of card. He does his gardening with a fork there that we would eat with. So I just really like the illustrations, the imagination that goes into these illustrations. So I'm definitely going to use this as an off shot for my own book, because I think it fits into the theme of unexpected really well. It's a bit like The Borrowers, which is something else I'll be looking into later on. It's just like, and doll's house pieces that are made from stuff around the house. So definitely that's the direction I'd like to go in. So that's that. Something that I really struggle with is doing a sketchbook where the pieces that I do, anything that I do, isn't a finished piece. I don't know why that is, because I'm not a perfectionist in any way, shape or form, and I'm quite sort of slap happy. But it's funny, my sketchbook, I want it to look lovely, and I want it to have all of, you know, for each double spread to be, as I say with this is my sketchbook, a double piece, and then, you know, move on to the next one, and a double piece, and then I move on to the next one, and then that's actually for another book idea, and then there's my otter one. What I want to get away from that. So what I've decided to do is start another sketchbook, which is separate from my first sketchbook. And this one I just want to go mad in. I just want to develop my art. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's bad. It's more about the development. Nothing, I'm not thinking in terms of products. I'm not thinking in terms of impressing anybody. I just want to do it for me. And I think one of the ways of doing this, which is something that I've done with my girls a lot when they sort of start out with their art, is to do continuous drawing. Continuous drawing is when you put the pen on the paper and you don't lift it off again, and you do your sketches but without lifting it off. And because you can't lift the pen off, it means that you can't kind of be very judgmental for your work. So I've got an almost completed double spread here. I've started literally the first sort of thing in. So I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to have to sort of look at the book whilst I'm showing you. But there's the plastic body made out of plastic bottles. There's the raining men here. This is the unzipping, the face unzipping. The plastic bottle, the single plastic bottle of the thinker is here. And this is the unexpected doorway. And on each of them, I'll just take it closer. On each of them, I've put still continuous. Each one is continuous going on to the next. I haven't taken my pen off the paper until I've finished whatever it is that I'm doing on that day. But you can see I've written the artist and the name of the piece of work and what date it was done. And then I've started just trying with the mice and the mouse on his swing. So I'm going to do one just to sort of show you, but you can see that they're not good. If you sort of look at the paper, you're like, but I'm really proud of them. I'm really happy with them, and I'm really pleased that I'm doing it without judging myself too harshly, which is very nice. So I'm going to do one whilst you watch me.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand.
My next thing to do was to do a couple of sheets of mark making. Now, mark making is a really freeing activity because there's no goal, there's no expectations. You just use what you have around you to make lots of different marks. And I'm doing this because I really like the idea of doing some collage making, which I've never done before. So I'm doing mark making probably every week. I'll do a bit more mark making using different things. So this week I'm using packaging. So I bought a few things from the works to help with this project. So all I'm doing is using the packaging from that. I've crumpled up some cellophane here and I'm making marks. I was using cardboard before that, and I'm going to use a box in a minute, this box here. So each week I'll be using different things to create some more interesting ways of making marks, and then I will use all of the mark making I do to create a collage, which I have done so this week, which you'll see at the end of the video.
As we go, I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. All your life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should. Didn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head. But it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead. I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling. I've been staying up all night. Everything I ever worked for vanished in the blink of an eye. I've been asking every question, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Why's it gotta be me? What the hell am I supposed to do? I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. And I know there's so much more to this life, but it's hard to see it clearly. Yeah, I tried my best, but nothing turns out right. God, I need you we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Okay, so this is my final double spread this week. You can see that I've included my mark making in the middle, so I've just added that to the rings here, and that I've got 2 pages of mark making there. And then I use that mark making to make the car from the little baby who wouldn't go to bed. So that one is, I tried to copy that one but without the child in. So this is my first ever try at collage making, and I was using all of my bits that I had created from the rubbish from the works. So I cut up, I had loads of these left over, so I cut them up to create that, and I was really pleased with that. Then on the first page, what I did was I also used the mark making to cut out the letters of unexpected, and because I thought unexpected the wrong way round would be unexpected, I have put it the wrong way round. But then I showed my daughter and she was like, "Mum, I don't know what you're talking about." So therefore I wrote unexpected underneath it to sort of show what I was trying to do. And then my other daughter said that that was just too much because there was just too many letters, all higgledy-piggledy. So they weren't a fan, but I love it, and that's all that matters. Because it's my sketchbook and it's not being marked by anybody, so I can just enjoy myself. So hence the reason they are back to front there. So then I put all my surrealist study pieces which I had cut out, and I put and rewrote all of the words again and again that meant unexpected, and also I looked up different words for surrealism and like more arty-farty words to go, and so I wrote all of those in here. And then I chose 4 which will be my project going forward, and that was whimsy, curious, playful and absurd. So then you come over here. In this one, I know I've talked briefly about this, but I really wanted to get the colour palette. That was I wanted to use my mark making, but I also wanted to find the colours, and I was really happy actually, because my youngest daughter took one look at it and said, "Oh, I love the colour palette," so I'm pleased with that. And then over here I have included the bits from the storybooks. I also popped in my line drawings, my continuous line drawings, into a little book there to open. I really want this to be quite what's the word, interactive, so there'll be lots of flaps and lots of sorts of things to look at, because I want my final piece to be like that as well. So this is the colour palette. I went through the whole of the book the baby who wouldn't go to bed, and I picked out all of the different colours that she used so that I can have that ready to go. And you can see that I did quite well managing to find the colours again that I've used in the car. And then lastly, my design brief, which was to create a short children's book where something unexpected happens. So that is where this project is going, I think. So I'm going to take you down. I'm just going to do a quick close-up. Well, that's it for me for this week. I realise this has been quite a long video, so I hope it hasn't been too boring. I will be updating on this. I don't know how often I'll post on this, but I'll update as I go along. If anyone wants to join me in teaching ourselves art, please do get in contact, because it would be lovely to have more than just me along for the journey. I could give like tasks that we could do each week, and you don't need to use the word I've chosen. The A-level syllabus gives lots and lots of different words, so you could choose one that appeals to you, and then we could work alongside each other. I'd really love that. Okay, let me know in the comments, or my email is below if you want to get in contact. All right then, I hope you have a lovely week ahead of you, and I will see you next week with another video. Don't forget to dream impossible dreams. All right, bye-bye.